Number 11, this says the line y equals kx plus 4, where k is a constant, is graphed on the xy plane. If the line contains the point c comma d, where c is not equal to 0 and d is not equal to 0, what is the slope of the line in terms of c and d? Now again, there's two ways to do this question, and a lot of students will get caught up in the text and they'll get confused or they'll be slowed down by all of this information. But I want you to focus on the word slope. So I'm going to do this two ways. One is we can use the slope formula, and the slope formula requires that we have two different points, right? So we have y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now, if we're paying close attention, we've already been given one point, that's c comma d, but the other part is the y-intercept, right? They gave us the y-intercept from the equation, so c comma d and 0 comma 4. The y-intercept is where the x value is 0, so we know we have a point 0 comma 4. And if I use this formula, I do d minus 4 over c minus 0 is d minus 4 over c. Now, I'm not a big fan of this particular method because it depends upon which way you do this. Now, I chose to use the first point as x2, y2, but if I did this in reverse, I would get 4 minus d over 0 minus c, and I might be tempted, if I'm not paying close attention here, I might be tempted to choose a different answer. Okay, this can be a fast method, but it could also lead to problems. So I'm going to do this a different way, and I'm going to use the formula that they've given me. Anytime they give you an ordered pair, you can think of this as x comma y, right? So you can plug that in for x comma y in the equation. Now we know that the slope of this line is k, right? So k is the slope. So if I just plug in c comma d for x and y, I get d is equal to k times c plus 4. And now again, k is the slope, so I'm just going to solve for k in this equation, and I'm going to get the answer. So d minus 4 is equal to k times c, divided by c, d minus 4 over c is equal to k. And there's really only one way to get the answer here, and so answer choice A is the correct answer. So we could use the slope formula from fundamentals. They asked me about the slope. I could use the slope formula. I just have to find the 2 points. The easiest way is to simply plug that number into the equation, and or those variables into the equation, and solve for the variable that you know represents slope.